Hello dear students, yesterday we learned about pure substances and then we learned about mixtures. Then we also discussed about different types of mixtures, homogeneous and heterogeneous. And then today we are going to learn what is the need of separation of substances. Why do we do separation of substances, or why do we separate the components of a mixture? What is the need of it? Now at home you might have seen your mother, or sometimes you also may be preparing tea. We use a strainer to remove the tea leaves after the preparation of the tea. Why do you remove that tea leaves? Is it necessary to remove? What is the need to remove that? Can we eat that tea leaves? No. So sometimes we separate. What do we do by straining it? We remove the undesirable or unwanted thing from that tea. Okay. So we need to separate substances for various reasons. So the first reason is, when you have a mixture, in that means for the preparation of that mixture it may be needed, but after the preparation you may not need that, you may not use it. So we have to remove that unwanted or undesirable part from that mixture. So that is one reason why we need to separate things. So what is the first reason? To separate, to remove the undesirable component of the mixture. Example I gave you, when you prepare tea, you remove the tea leaves after the preparation. When you take it in the cups or mugs to give it, to serve it, just before serving you remove it. The second reason is to remove the harmful components. Sometimes unknowingly or sometimes knowingly, somebody may put the unwanted or harmful substances in some of the materials. For example, if you go to a market to buy rice or wheat, when you bring it, especially when you bring the wheat and rice directly from the farmer, not the packed ones, directly from the farm, when you bring, what happens? There may be small pieces of stones in that. So is it a good thing that you eat that one? No, it can be very harmful to us. So to remove such harmful substances from your food items, any grains or even the pulses and all, when you bring from the shops, usually we clean it. We take the harmful substances from that by hand picking. We take it with the hands and remove it. Okay, that is the second thing. So what is the first thing? To remove undesirable substances or undesirable components of the mixture. The second reason why do we separate thing is to remove harmful substances or harmful components from the mixture. Now what is the third reason? To obtain a pure substance. See, nowadays everybody, most of the houses, they have water purifier. That is an example. Or even the earthen pot which we use at home. What we do at home, usually we boil water. What we get from the tap water may have lots of dissolved salt which are harmful to us, which are not needed to us. Okay. So what we do, we boil it, we keep it for some time so that all the unwanted salt or the salt, excess salt, will get settled down at the bottom. After that, with the help of a strainer, what we do, we take the water into the pot. Or nowadays we directly use a water purifier, AquaGuard or something like that we use. Purifiers are used to remove the unwanted things, and whatever you are getting, it will be the pure water. So to obtain pure form of substances, what we do, the unwanted, the excess things, excess substances or excess components which are there, it will be removed by the method of separation. So the third reason why we separate things is, what is the thing? To obtain pure substances. And the fourth one is to obtain useful components. Have you heard about ONGC? What do? They bring petroleum and then they refine it to get various products. So when you see, petroleum is a mixture of so many things. So when they purify it and take out, separate, so many byproducts they get, like kerosene, petrol, diesel, wax, plastic, so many things are obtained from petroleum. So all those two things together, all these things are useful to us. But when they are all combined, will you be able to use it? Crude oil which we take, that is petroleum, that we get under the ground, can you use it directly? No. Though it has got so many components which are useful to us, unless and until they are separated, we won't be able to use them. So sometimes we need to separate things to obtain the useful things. So there are four reasons, mainly there are four reasons why we separate things. Let us quickly go through it. First one is to remove undesirable components. The second reason is to remove the harmful components. And the third reason is to obtain pure substances. And the fourth one is to obtain useful components. Now let us see how to separate the components, or to separate the components, what are the methods that we use. Usually to separate the components, what we do is we have to find out the properties, some of the properties that will help us to differentiate or distinguish between the components. Means their difference in properties we will use for separating them. Okay, so that is find some properties that differentiate the components, or which will help us to the properties which are different components. If they have different properties, using those properties we will separate them. For example, if one component is small in size and one is big in size, we can use sieving. Like that, depending upon the physical properties or even chemical properties, they are separated. Okay. Usually the difference in physical properties will help us to remove or separate the components of mixtures. Now you see, there are some methods which are very common to us. Which are the common methods of separation of components of mixture? The first one is threshing. What is threshing? If you have been to a farm, it is very much clear to you. It will be very much clear to you. When the harvest is ready for, when it is ready, the crop is ready for harvesting. If you go to the farm, you can see threshing. What they do, they cut the stalks of the wheat or paddy fields. If you go, they first cut the stalks from the bottom and then they make small bundles, and what do they do is they may hit it strongly on some harsh surface. This was an olden method. Nowadays we have threshers, we have machines. Directly you take it, keep it in the machine, and the machine will, within no time, you will get the grain separated from the stalk. Previously what they used to do is they take small bunch of that stalk, they hit it. In some places they hit it, some of them they hold it and hit with a stick. In some places what they do, with the help of legs, they crush it and remove the grains. Okay, so these are all different ways of separating the grains from the stalk of the plant. So that is called threshing. Now after threshing, what happened? The grains may have some husk. Husk means very light particles which are of no use. Okay. So how to separate them? Sometimes they use what they do is from a height, they take it to a height and then they pour it, and from different places, when surrounding that place, people will give air with manually with the help of something very flat, they give air. Okay, so that the lighter particle will fly away. Otherwise, with the help of fans or some other artificial ways, you can give the air and then it will get separated. Again here for winnowing, everything nowadays multi talented machines or multi-purpose machines are available. Once you keep everything inside, it will completely clean and you will get packed, you will get the grains. Okay, but this was used previously, or this method, how do they separate them? Which property do they use? One is lighter and the other is heavier. So that property is used to remove the husk from the grains by the method of winnowing. Okay. Now the other one is hand picking. That is done now also. Okay. When you bring rice or wheat at home, what do we do? If the grains are of different size, then we have to do sieving. Sieving means with the help of a siever, you just sieve it, the smaller particles will come down and the good grains will be there on the top. That can be used. But even after that, after sieving also, if it has got some harmful substances like small stones or something like that, what do? We use hand picking. Hand picking means with the help of hand, you remove them. So these are common methods of removing unwanted or undesirable particles, undesirable components, and getting the useful components of a mixture. Okay, so what are the 4 methods we learned? Threshing. Threshing means from the stalks removing the grains. I told you it is usually done by hitting on a surface, little rough surface it will be done. But nowadays we have machines to do that. Winnowing means separating the lighter particles or the husk. It is called husk. Lighter particles of the grains from the good grains by giving wind or with the help of wind or air. Hand picking, you know, with the help of hands you remove it. And for sieving, what do they do? With the help of a sieve. Sieve, you know, with the net you have at home, most of you may be having floors and all, we sieve it. Sieve means there will be a small net, okay, and in that net when you keep the grains, the very small particles which are of no use or sometimes useful particles. See, when we take the wheat flour for making chapatis, when we sieve, the useful particles will come down and the unwanted particles will remain in the husk and all. It will remain in the on the top. Okay, but when you sieve rice or wheat, full one, in that small pieces of rice or small pieces of wheat, it will come down and the better quality, good quality wheat and rice will remain on the top. So depending upon our need, depending upon the property of that material, the components can be separated using this method. These are the methods of separation of solids from solids usually. In the next class, we will learn how to separate or how to purify or how to separate the unwanted substances from liquids. That's all for today. Thank you.